So Pacquiao is going to end up returning in June. May or June, most likely June. I'll link this article in the description. In Malaysia, that's the southern country in Asia. We back. It's the Boxing Link and more. I'll link this article for Boxing in the description so you know there's trill. And I guess Pacquiao got approached by some investors to fight in Malaysia. He said most likely third week in June. That's when they're going to do it. I guess the investors want him to come out there and fight. And paying for him to come fight. I don't know who he's going to fight. I don't know who he's going to get willing to come over to fight Pacquiao in Malaysia. I don't know what's the game plan, But at the end of the day, this probably been in the works already, since the Alvarado fight. Bob thought he was going to force him to fight Alvarado. Didn't happen. So who was the opponent for this fight? And basically what it came down to, Pacquiao didn't want to be in Terence Crawford's shadow. He still got that big head in this. Like he's this big fighter. He's still a top fighter in the sport. He's a legend. But at the end of the day, he's no longer a top fighter in boxing. Boxing is no longer synonymous with Manny Pacquiao being the biggest star in boxing. It's not that no more. But he's still a big name. But what do you get out of beating Manny Pacquiao at this point? Who is the guy that's gonna turn around in June and fight Pacquiao? What network is he gonna stay under the top rank umbrella and fight Alvarado in Malaysia instead of just fighting him on a Crawford undercard? I'm just getting tired of Pacquiao, to keep it real. If he ain't gonna step up and fight no big competition, then just retire, man. You trying to squeeze down to 140 and fight Lomachenko, who's just coming from super featherweight and just about to make his lightweight debut pretty soon. You don't want to fight Terence Crawford. You don't fight premier boxing champion fighters, okay? At the end of the day, man, just lead the game, man. You already had your farewell fight. You took an ass whooping versus Jeff Horn. We don't care if you fight in Malaysia, Pacquiao. We don't give a fuck about that. If you're not going to fight nobody that's of relevance, then, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Serious, period. He can probably try to cherry pick an opponent that, maybe it still might be Alvarado. I don't know. Ain't no little Lomachenko. Ain't no Terence Crawford. Ain't no Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner going down the line. None of these guys are going over to Malaysia to fight Manny Pacquiao. Period. Period. Especially it depends on what the money looking like, and the money might not be worth nothing. Pacquiao's probably about to really bank it in Malaysia and gonna get a D side opponent. I don't mean B, C. I mean a D side opponent that's gonna take, probably 500,000 or maybe just $1 million to fight Pacquiao. To fight him. That's it. I don't care about what this guy does no more. If he don't want to pass the torch to Terence Crawford, or he don't want to pass the torch to Errol Spence or Keith Thurman, or whoever at 147, just get the hell out the game. He acting like a punk. Real talking, people say, oh, Manny Pacquiao's the nicest guy in the world, and he wouldn't do. At the end of the day, he's still human. He still make mistakes, and he's still a little punk. He is. He a little punk. He a little prima donna. He don't want to pass the torch to Terence Crawford. He don't want to pass to none of the top guys, but he want to stay in. He want to stay in the game and bum bash. Nobody got time for Pacquiao and his ego. People try to, gloss over all the downfalls and all the ego that he does have and all the lying that he's been doing over his career and all the excuse making. At the end of the day, he just want to bum bash and make a good payday. And I'm not supporting no bum bashing at this point. Well, Pacquiao earned the right to fight who he want to fight. Who gives a fuck? You earn the right to fight top guys, top 10 guys. Not an Alvarado, not, the bottom of the litter type of guy. We ain't going to continue to keep watch you fight bum at the bum. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to pay to see you fight bum at the bum. Nobody care if you fighting in Malaysia. Nobody going to wake up early in the morning and watch Pacquiao really fight that gives a fuck about boxing for real. The Pacquiao, Pactars, they'll do that. The Pacquiacs, or whatever you want to call Maniacs, the Pacquiao Maniacs, they'll watch that shit. But I ain't about to watch any old Pacquiao just punch a punching bag for 12 rounds and make excuses why he didn't get the knockout. I ain't trying to hear all that, man. He go to Malaysia and fight, but at the end of the day, this dude should be taking a world tour or a tour of Europe and then Asia and just banking money like that, fighting, 3 or 4 times every so often. Clear Europe. He'll make millions on top of millions. Go to Asia, do the same thing. Go to here, go to wherever else. Just do a little couple tours of a few countries. Put money in your pocket and just retire, man. Just follow suit, Cotto, Marquez, Mayweather. Get out the game. And whatever he's still fighting for, it must obviously be he owe money. We ain't talked about the back taxes that he did owe, and it must be that. But at the end of the day, that's on him, man. He should have had his business in order. He didn't have his business in order. He let Michael Constant and Aaron run a train on him, and he paying for it now. We out.